Now, members of a group, Concerned Youth of Ahanta, are asking President Akufo-Addo to, as a matter of urgency, help deal with tension in the western regional town of Dixcove. Now, hundreds of young people, mainly from Ahanta West, secondly Takrady Metropolis, and the Kwesimintim municipalities, made the call at a news conference today. As they say, the tension there is still simmering. Now, they fear any delays in dealing with the disagreement could worsen the situation. A paramount chief of Lower Dixcove, Nana Kwisajiman, the 9th, was assaulted along with his elders when an age-old chieftaincy dispute between the Lower and Upper Dixcove degenerated last week. Now, we'll hear from the youth shortly, but first, JoyNews' Henry Kwesibedu visited the community and reports the residents are living in fear and want lasting peace between the two factions.
Over the past week, the predominantly fishing community has been in the news, not for the right reasons, but for events that will forever leave scars on the minds of residents, the Ahantas. Life in this community is yet to return to normal days after the disturbances. Canoes have been destroyed, homes razed, and vehicles vandalized. Around those close to the Lower Dixcove Palace are remnants of the violent clash. Some shops were also looted.
In the heat of the disturbances, my shop was ransacked. The thugs stole my goods, and I've since reported to the police.
There is tension in the community with heavy police presence in both the Lower and Upper Dixcoves. Most men have fled the town. Cecilia Kofi and Mamin Ketiaba are residents.
We are scared. They chased us. I fled to a nearby village, Buzia. I sell porridge, and my table was destroyed. My children and I have sought refuge in a friend's house. My sons have fled the town. The elder one, who had to write his exam, is yet to come back. I'm scared. My door is always locked.
As many look on worried, some repair and fix their damaged property. For those who were allegedly kidnapped, it was a horrific experience, they say. Nana Kroma is one of the sub-chiefs kidnapped. He's the Mrantiahini of Lower Dixcove. He recounts how the well-built machete-wielding men picked them up in the middle of the night.
In fact, the bed was shaky. When the bed 10 minutes ago,
I heard the warning shot. I was frightened. I overheard someone shout and ask where I was. They broke into the palace.
Mr. Boxer Sala. Or Mr. Mate was no, on a being with Mumu, because I have met you, Amada. Amada. One what you pay pardon. And in fact, what the Mumu coin and I be a afternoon to tell him, Mossimudani. My blood pool, or Mamma's own watch, I don't call. But you could do one man pete. Now, Christian be oh, I'm going to say that slap, maybe I know.
I begged them to allow me wear something, but they refused. They hit and kicked me. They slapped me several times. They locked us in a room and beat us. We later heard the police, and they finally rescued us.
What do you want to me? Why then? Yes, I'm alarmed. Two. Yeah. A piano, Westina, I won't wear if you're in a way now. A piano. Two over bed, trim. Now, police cars, 3 and 4. After 2 days, Nana Clam Congo here. To grab another police car. Now, as a Macaya home, I make a open to
Residents of both the Upper and Lower Dixcoves say peace is a priority as the proposed sword cutting for the construction of a fishing harbour at Turum is in limbo. Chiami Hene Stephen Kwabena and Nana Kofi Basao are both elders in the Dixcove area.
Mfuma asonjene ya den ya yushe. Or your Upper Dixcove or your Lower Dixcove.
We need peace here. We are one people. Most of the youth have fled, and the town is fast turning into a ghost town. I'm from Lower Dixcove, but my wife is from the upper side. Many people have done the same, so we need peace.
As the yearly Kundum Festival celebration draws closer, residents are optimistic that the two paramount chiefs, Nana Kwesi Agyeman the 9th and Obrempong Himadechi the 14th, resolve wrangling on who has the right to install a sub-chief at the Trum area for peaceful coexistence. This is Henry Bedu's report for Joy News.
We can now hear from Ahanta Ampenyim Hineba Kofi III, who is the spokesperson of the group.
With perpetrators of physical violence and us by concerned Youth of Ahanta, what we are doing is that we are calling on the police to investigate the case, what has happened, the criminal aspects, and we do not stand by factions. And we know that in times like this, we need to be very neutral as Ahanta youth and concerned people. We, the concerned youth of Ahanta, home and abroad, condemn in no uncertain terms the violence that occurred in Dixcove 2 weeks ago. We are shocked that in an era when we are trying to campaign for development, some would rather decide to bring all of us back in such a barbaric manner. Especially so in a week when we were expecting the President of the Republic, Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in Dixcove. We are much aware of pockets of similar violence in time past, but we feel that it is about time to call on both Nana Kwesi Agyeman, the 9th, and Obrempong Himadechi to bury their differences and put the welfare of their subject above their differences for growth and development of Dixcove. It is very unfortunate, and so we wish Nana Kwesi Agyeman speedy recovery. We pray and hope that such unfortunate incidents never repeat themselves in Dixcove, in particular, and the whole of Ahanta in general. We also commend Obrempong Himadechi, the paramount chief of Upper Dixcove, for restraining himself and subject during similar disturbances in the past. It should be obvious to all of us that we can only address this issue through dialogue and due processes. And we repeat that, through dialogue and due processes. We commend the President for taking time out of his busy schedule to pay a visit to Nana Kwesi Agyeman, the paramount chief of Lower Dixcove, who was at the receiving end of the violence along with some of the elders, and so directing the security agencies to do their job, and whoever is responsible in this heinous crime should be brought to book. Now, background. We know that the misunderstanding between Lower and Upper Dixcove dates back to even years of colonial presence on Ghana schools. In recent times, disagreement between two paramounts is over who has control over Trum and some from the town have boiled over and led to some bloodshed like what we saw on that fateful weekend. We have always been aware of simmering disagreement between the two areas. But we cannot live with our differences and deal with them through the civil ways of addressing them. What are we doing? If we cannot live with our differences and address them in a civil manner, then what are we doing to ourselves as Ahantas? The Ahanta district, save for Sekeni Takwari Metropolis, are some of the poorest in this region, despite the huge human and natural resources and talent that we have here. This in part is as a result of events like what occurred on that fateful day. All over Ahanta, there's either a case of two chiefs fighting to take hold of one town, or one chief who is fighting with his own people over land. We believe that one of the key people who can help address address this situation is the overlord of Ahanta, Otumfuo Bedibunsu himself. And by this statement, we are calling on his office, as a matter of urgency, step in, together with the House of Chiefs and all those who matter in resolving this issue. In conflict, there are no winners. No one wins in conflict. We all lose. Vulnerable people, especially women and children, are the most affected, and that is exactly what we see in many of our communities. We have a situation.
The Western region, where our correspondent Natalia Kwanzaa is on standby. Natalia, good to speak to you. But it appears that in spite of the president's visit to the area, tensions continue to simmer.
Yes, Kojo. Basically, the president didn't go to Dixcove, but he was in another place where he spoke about the violence at Dixcove last week. But from the press conference today, it is clear that there is still tension at Dixcove.
Now, tell me, what exactly are the fears of those who held the press conference today? What do they fear might happen?
Those who held the press conference are the concerned youth of Ahanta. They have the fear that if the president do not step in, the tension we have seen or what happened last week in Anakwesi and his subjects would generate into a bigger thing. They think if nothing is done now, there could be an extension of this. So they feel it's time that both parliamentaries, that is the upper and lower Dixcove, put their differences behind and then look to the development of the Ahanta, especially Dixcove.
What are the law enforcement agencies saying about this? What seems to be their way forward through this problem?
The law enforcement agencies have not commented, but from the last time I spoke to them, they told me that they are still making sure that nothing of such would happen. Their men are on the ground to monitor. They are Grand Quanta police as well vested to, ensure that there is peace in the area.
All right, well, please keep an eye on it for us and keep us updated. That's Natalia Kwanzaa, our Western Regional Correspondent.